Desperate hockey team, so are you guys. The building was jumping here tonight. A lot of things happening in that one. How would you sum it up?
I thought it was a great hockey game. It was. I thought we were really good for long stretches of that game. Obviously, there was a 7-minute, 8-minute window there in the third where we didn't handle their pushback as quite as good as we could have. But we stuck with it and bounced back, get a couple scoring chances, drew a power play, and ended up having to win it in a shootout. But you could feel the momentum swing, the energy in the building. I mean, it was a fun hockey game to be a part of tonight.
Could you just sort of sum up this whole trip? There were lots of long stretches of plays I'm sure you liked, and then also just...
Well, that was the only stretch of hockey I didn't like. It was tonight, actually, out of the whole. We got a couple bounces, went against us in Toronto. I didn't think we finished off some of our chances as quite as good as we could have. Then we played a really good hockey game, and I thought we were good again tonight. For even the whole. I think it was about the 12-minute mark of the third period. I looked up at the clock. I was like, that's perfect 8 minutes. And it was discipline. It was real mature in our process, and we didn't have to make a lot happen at that point. But when they pushed, we didn't dig in some of the areas that we needed to, winning our puck touches and some of the battles, and that led to some free shots on net and some chaos. We had some missed coverage, but we stuck with it and got the job done. You got to find a way to get through that. I wish we'd have got through it, 4 or 5 minutes earlier. If they make it 4-2 or even 4-3 with that push, then I would like to see us lock it down and get back on track just a little bit quicker. But I think it's a good learning lesson for our team, and we eventually got there. Just took a little bit too long.
It's now 3 games in a row that they do this. Did you know that they were very good in the third period lately?
Well, you don't. Yeah, I knew that, but you don't. I mean, you don't have to study it too hard to know. They're in the final playoff spot. They're going to get desperate and push for it. They're where they are this year, partly because they're resilient and will work right to the end and try to find ways to win. And they certainly did that. They started pushing their D up into the play, and they can make it difficult on you. So you got to be prepared for it. I don't think it was anything that we weren't ready for, but they just got to a level real quickly that we couldn't stay with, and then we kind of got going again and created a couple chances even of our own at the end. So but yeah, I thought they played well, and we played pretty well, and we each get points, so we're moving on happy with our 2, and we'll go over that window of our game and try to learn from it for next time.
You guys did block Nelson's contributions tonight.
He was great tonight. Yeah, that line was good again. I thought they played with the puck a lot. They were pretty disciplined with the puck. They created some good chances. Obviously, he gets a big goal for what turns out to be a really big goal for us, and then the one in the shootout. So he's been really good. I think he's starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. The line changed the other night. Getting him with Netcash and Lehkonen has helped him and helped that line, and the top line keeps going without those 2 wingers. So I like the way some of the changes we made over the course of the trip. We're looking at a few different things, and that's kind of helped their team last couple of games.
Coach, we talked about Keaton Middleton being able to step in the lineup, have an impact, make contributions. Going against Wi-Fi is no joke, but he's done much more than that.
Yeah, no, he's played great. The last couple of games, he's played really good for us. I was really impressed with his game the other night, and tonight pretty solid too. He's making some plays, defending well, getting involved in the offense a little bit. He fights tonight, and it's a pretty good goal for a while, and then he kind of slips and he gets the better of him there at the end. But I think just showing up and giving it everything he got, that's what he's doing, and he's helping our team. We're a little banged up in the back end.
Coach, we were with Charlie first there in the shootout.
Yeah.
Was that something that you guys kind of knew from practice, or what was it?
Not from practice. I just have all the shootout stats on guys. So he shot a lot. I think he said 50. That was his 51st shootout in NHL. He got a great record. He had a better record than some of the guys with 10. So I think it's you got to go with the numbers every once in a while. We've had some guys that have really good records in the shootout and success, but maybe haven't scored that much lately, so we've looked at our numbers and thought we'd give some other guys a try. And I was getting ready to go with Drouin, and Drouin told me to go with Nelson, that his move would beat him. So the players often know a little bit more than us from watching each other after practices, before practice, from conversations. So Drew actually made that call on that one tonight.
Nice.
You guys get just one goal in that game against Toronto, then you bounce back with 5 and 4.
Yep.
Just what can you say about the response from the leadership group here, getting the team back on track?
Yeah, I would bet that we probably didn't create more in either of those 2 games, or more quality than we did against Toronto, but sometimes they don't go in, sometimes you don't shoot well, and that's not necessarily a knock on any of the goaltending. It's just, I thought we all had a solid night. I thought we shot at his glove a little bit. I thought we missed the net a few times, and I think we picked our spot and did some better shooting in the last 2 games. But one thing we've been doing consistently is getting to the net, getting some of those deflections, rebounds, screens, as well as creating some other dangerous looks, but that's helped us, I think, over the last 2 games.
Thanks, Jared.
Probably a little bit closer. You guys drew it up, but you get the result. I guess just from your perspective, what kind of shifted there in that third?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we knew they're going to give us everything they got. It's playoff hockey right now for them and for us, and so that was just a really fun game, playoff atmosphere. But yeah, we got to find ways to kind of decrease their press a little bit, and that just comes down to holding on the pucks. And you can see at times we're just throwing it away, and that gives it right back to them, and then they're turning it right back on us. So again, it's a good learning curve, because that's going to be playoff hockey, and we got to find a way to kind of level it and ease out of it. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
Blackwood gets you guys, some big stops there in the shootout. Just how nice is it for you guys to be able to help him out on the night where he's bailed you guys out, etc. Just to be able to provide that support for him?
Yeah, obviously be able to score a couple in the shootout's huge. Blackie, obviously, really solid game. I think a lot of those are on us, so can't blame him too much. But again, it just comes down to weathering it, and we got to make sure that we find a way.
Kind of fitting to Nelson at the game right now. Some pretty good contribution.
Yeah, he's been really good for us, and it's been a pleasure playing with him. He's a really smart player, and then he's always in the right position for the most part on the ice. So great guy, great player, and we're glad we have him.
How much that was the third game in 4 nights? Like just sort of the way it ended there, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go up 4-1, and I don't think you can sit back. I think we know that there's 3/4 of a period at that time left, and it's a weird one. I think you mentally check out for that half a second, and that's when they get that opportunity, and then it kind of compounds, and but it goes back to, again, it's just that's a huge learning game for us, and I'm glad it happened now rather than later, and for us to be able to have this experience and learn from it, and knowing that this is playoff hockey. They've been playing every game recently like it's been Game 7, so very valuable for us, and move on and get the 2 points luckily, and move on.
It's like the 4th or 5th game in a row against a team that's going to be in the playoffs, where for 45 or 50 minutes you guys look great. Like, how much do you say, like, okay, for 50 or 80% of the game things are great, versus that little bit you were just talking about?
Yeah, again, like I just touched on, you play good for whatever the 45 minutes, and then you have that little mental lapse when you go up 4-1. Maybe we're thinking it's going to be an easy finish, and it's just not how it's going to be any games nowadays with all these playoff teams. So, like I said, huge. Got to learn from it and move on. But yeah. So.
Talk about learning from it, the atmosphere there on the third period as it built on there. The fans got into the game. That's something that you guys kind of can draw on.
Yeah, I mean, it's the atmosphere here is incredible. Obviously, I got to experience it with us for 4 Nations, and so it was a playoff type atmosphere. And anytime you come to the Bell Center, you're going to get their best crowd. So it's a really fun building to play in, and yeah, we got to again. That's a playoff game right there. That's what it is. So it was fun.
Well, obviously, I didn't do my best in that third period. Kind of had a couple of squeakers in there, but found a way to close it out and win. So, I mean, it's not going to be pretty every single night, but try not to get rattled and just keep playing your game. And a couple of squeakers that you'd like to have back, but that's hockey sometimes.
I asked Charlie Coyle. I said, if you had to describe this win,
to somebody that didn't watch the hockey game, how would you do it? And he said, came in and we got the 2 points, bottom line. Pretty good road trip for you guys.
Yeah, overall pretty good. You know, I think if you ask the guys and, you know, coaches, they'd say, you know, there's a couple of things we could have done better overall in that third period, myself included, but, you know, coming out with 2 points is big no matter what, so we'll take it.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
Thank you.
Shootout there, just quick on, you know, had a couple that haven't gone great. 3 big stops in this one. Shootouts and stuff.
I hate shootouts, but trying to get better at them, be more patient, and make them beat me with good moves. So, been thinking about it, working on it. It's nice to, you know, make a couple saves.
Extreme version of what has happened, but like the Dallas game, it was a similar thing.
Yeah.
Just what do you take from that, good and bad?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit different, but obviously same in terms of leads blown. So have to clean it up and just be sharp and really put teams away in terms of, you know, possession and chances. So you know, it could stem from turnovers. It could stem from a number of different things. I'm not saying that was specific for tonight, but yeah, we have the ability to kind of control the play for so long that you'd like to just do it in regulation and grind some more ozone time and roll the lines over like we're capable of. So try and clean it up and learn from it, and then you know, next time that happens, not do it the way we did tonight.
How good did that goal, the shootout winner, feel, especially?
That was nice.
Mackenzie's
Nice for Blackie. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he made some big saves even in regulation when they had their push. So that was nice. Yeah, it came up big in the shootout to give ourselves a chance. So that felt nice for him to get that.
Were you expecting that kind of push from them, knowing the
We talked a little bit about the push. Yeah, for sure. I mean, up 3. Even if they get one, we'd like to try and nip it there and be done with it. But I mean, they're fighting for a playoff spot, wild card, tight race in the East. Yeah, I mean, we'll learn from it and try to, you know, we have to try and tilt that back quicker and get it done in regulation.
Brock, sorry for the answer to this, but getting those goals a couple nights ago, how much does that help you kind of feel a little bit more comfortable?
Yeah, it's nice for sure. Obviously, trying to be a two-way player and help any way I can here, and offense is a part of that. So to get on the board, to get a couple to go in, feeling good, maybe take a little bit of a deep breath, even though I said I had some chances in the first 3 games, just didn't have anything to show for it. So yeah, now you kind of get rolling and just play.
Was there anything said about the play on your goal, or was that just...
What's that?
Was there anything said about the play on your goal, the drawback to...
On the face-off? Actually, I mean, I was trying to get Marty to walk up the wall. I think I just wanted a little too inside, and then reach out and tasered him to hesitate a little bit and find a lane towards the net. I was able to stick on it.